Morning, my lovelies. Barbara here with your on-card reading for the week ahead. It's a Monday, the 24th of July, 2023, and hope you had a great weekend. I was teaching advanced tarot on Saturday. Fantastic time, lots of laughs, and I learnt something new. My student picked something up in one of the major arcanas that I've never seen before either. Now, I've been doing this a long time, never ever noticed this. Funny enough, that card is not coming out today. I've already drawn the card for today, but it's relevant, and it just goes to show how synchronicity, how important that is in your life. When you learn something new, there's always a reason for it. So let's look at the box. Here we go. It's the Old English Tarot. I really like this deck. I don't use it enough. The symbolism in some cases is very minute, but it's on point. Really, really interesting deck. So there we go. There's the back. And this week, so the card for this coming week is the King of Swords. There we are. I get them as close as possible. Luckily, it's not too shiny, this deck, so I can get the reflection of the window off a bit. So there we are. King of Swords. I'm just looking at it because there's so many different things in this card that's not in the Rider-Waite, but there is something in this card that is in the Rider-Waite, but in a major arcana card. I just love synchronicity, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very focused. If you look at him, now, again, we're going to compare it to Rider-Waite. He is not looking straight ahead. Where's that Rider-Waite card? Here we go. Here we go. Look at him. He is looking straight at you. He sees everything. Now this guy, if you look, I'm going to get as close as possible, he's sort of looking ahead, but he's sort of looking to the side. He's seeing, oh God, this is so relevant. He's seeing something that nobody else has noticed. And this is what this week is about, is noticing the small things that can really resonate with your life and of those around you and your loved ones. And I'm going to say loved ones, although it's swords, this is very, very important. This is also important if you're in a work situation. You really need to keep your eyes peeled. Don't look at the obvious. Look at the things that are going on behind the scenes, or even anything. I mean, I'm just using this as an example. Say you're working in a shop. Just think, well, hang on a minute. Where has that stock gone to? Why is it there? Why are we not moving it over there? Because it's going to make a lot more sense. It's seeing what other people have not noticed. And strangely enough, and I don't know where this is coming from, this is very relevant to those of you who can see auras. And I'm going to say, look at your own auras in the mirror. Look at other people's auras. Don't like go around staring at them like that. But when you look at auras, you don't look directly at the person. You sort of look like those old magic eye pictures. You sort of look just to the side. It's going to really help you, particularly in your own self, with your own healing of where you need to put that healing through. And in fact, a traditional meaning of swords is about healing. So I don't know where this aura thing comes from. And there's other things in this card that is really quite amazing. Now, look at this. Look at his throne here. Now, where's again? There we are. There's a normal one. He's sitting on a, well, you can't really see much of the throne except up there. Here, look at this. Do you know what that reminds me of? Are dovecotes, whatever, where doves live. You know, they have them in fancy houses and things like that. And although he's sitting on them, that's saying there's something going on in your life at the moment, all our lives, that we are not taking action with. Now, he is ready, though its action is normally wands. Which side is his hand? There it is. He is holding his sword. He is prepared. The other hand is sort of sat on his knee. So here, you imagine if you had birds living in these things, they should be up here. And he's purposely sat down, stopping that energy coming from within those dove houses or whatever they're called and everything like that. So remember, air signs, doves, birds, air signs. There's an awful lot going on in this card. So this week, keep reins is quite a word, he's not on a horse, but keep control of your mind and what you say. Keep on top of it. Keep this sit, but be observant about what is going around you at the moment. And I don't know why I keep going back to work. So particularly for those in work, keep an eye, but don't say anything. Just keep it to yourself. Now, it could be something that's really going to benefit you. And that does sound a little bit sly, keeping it to yourself. Unless it harms somebody, that's a different matter. Keep your ideas and your thoughts and this to yourself for now. This is really, really important. And this leads on to what is in this card that is in another major arcana in the minors, in the Rider-Waite. Here we go. Now, you won't be able to see it, I don't think. Or you might be able to, actually. Now, look at his epaulets, shoulder pads, whatever you want to call them. I mean, it's part of his armour. Do you see? So it's not very clear. It's two faces. And those two faces, you know, when you go to the theatre, you have the two masks, the happy mask and the sad mask. That's what he's got here. I'm trying to see which way is round. That's the happy side. That's the side. There are people or one person around you this week who is going to be two-faced. So keep on. I know I usually do all these happy readings, but this week's really important. This is why you need to keep quiet for the moment and just judge people. Again, he has that, where's it side, is it? There we go. He has that sword of judgment. If you think about outside the Old Bailey, you know, justice and the justice card, in fact, normally blindfold, she's got a, you know, a sword and she's got the scales. The sword is still about seeing black and white. Now this leads on to something else. So somebody's being two-faced. It could be, let's look on the positive side, it could be that somebody is portraying a really, I'm happy, everything's okay, when deep down they're actually at their lowest ebb. This is not you, although it could be. So what are you? I know it sounds always a bit ambiguous. It's difficult when you're doing a reading for lots and lots of people. You have to decide whether it's you. Now, he is wearing it. That could be because he's balanced. He's balanced his emotions because he's a sword and he thinks with up here. I do strongly feel this is someone around you who is not portraying to the world their true self. Now, it could be because they need a bit of help, or it could be they're just being very, very sly. Tell you something else that's going on in this card, which is not in a normal Rider-Waite. Do you see there's tents in the background? Tents you can pick up and move. They are not permanent. That's a really positive thing, I feel, in this week. Once we get to the end of this week, we're nearing the end of this week, those battle tents will have moved on and everything is going to turn out exactly how it should do in a positive manner. He is there. He is showing that he is prepared. He's still got his lovely red cloak over here, but he's just like, oh yeah, I've got a sword in his hand, but on the other side, yeah, I'm all relaxed, but hey, you can still see my armor. It's there. I am protected. You are protected. We are protected. This is a great week for making changes, but don't go jumping into it. It's that logic that is so important and that ability to think. This is not the week to use your heart. Think what is right. Think what, if you wrote, you know, when you write things down, bearing in mind sort of about communication, write things down. It's a lot easier to anticipate people's motives and what's going to happen if you write down pros and cons and things like this. So this week, be conscious of what is going on around you, but that's not straight in front of you. It's just to the side. So this is also a healing week. And I'm going to say, if you go to Reiki or any healer that uses auras to look at, where you need some balance in your life, try and make an appointment. Try and go there and enjoy it. But if you do it yourself, if you can see auras, do it, because I really feel you'll be surprised. Do a little picture. Do the colours that you see if you do manage to see things. It's a very, very positive week. Now, I said he's got these on his shoulders, and it appears in the Rider-Waite, but in a completely different card. And I did take it out. What have I done with it? Here we go. Now, this is what I've never noticed before. And I think it's because it's in radiant. It's a lot clearer. Do you see on his, again, there we go, here, there's the same faces. Now, all about control. That's what he's about. All about control. So the synopsis for the week ahead: be controlled, look after yourself, look after your health, because just tweak things where you need to, whether it's your diet or anything else. Keep control of those emotions and use this and keep this shut for now. Oh, that sounds a bit harsh. Let's keep it shut. No, don't say anything just yet. Wait until you have all the information to hand and make sure it's accurate information. This will help you long term, and by the end of the week, things will become completely clear. He'll be able to get up from his throne. Whatever birds are sitting in there will be able to fly away, and the sunshine's going to come out. So just be aware that, be a bit quiet about things to start with, and then the rest of the week it's going to be fantastic. Anyway, see you soon. Hope you have a great week. Bye for now.